Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar's coming back into the UFC, and my thoughts about fighting him. I would love to fight Brock Lesnar. He's a massive dude. I mean, it'd be a massive draw, really big for the sport.
Big challenge.
It'd be a great challenge. Yeah, that's a big old boy. I doubt Brock Lesnar would take that fight, though.
And if you did, I'm sure we'd find a great way for your technique to shine.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't try to wrestle with him the whole time. I'd be, I'm not going to tell you what I would do. Okay, so someone asked, am I lifting weights as much as I used to, and I'm not. Right now I'm definitely focused on being lean and mean and quick and endurance. It's definitely important to have a lot of strength to be a successful UFC fighter, but I think it's more of an endurance sport. So I focus on agility and cardio these days more so than strength training. Do I think I'll have ring rust? I do not think I'll have ring rust. I train constantly, and this camp I've actually finished more people than any other camp in the past, and I have a strong feeling that ring rust will not be an issue. Someone asked, do I think DC is going to try to make this thing a wrestling match? And I don't know. I mean, even if he does, I mean, it's not really what DC's trying to do. It's what we're going to do to him. If he wants to wrestle, I believe I'll out-wrestle him. I think I'm better than him in every facet of the sport, and I'm excited to prove that.
What is the Jon Jones story to you? Where are you at with Jon Jones?
Jon Jones and I still haven't talked since, the last time he pulled out of 200. But he's getting the opportunity right now to come back and face Daniel Cormier, without a doubt, two of the best light heavyweights ever. Both of these guys. Jon Jones obviously has had the potential to be the greatest of all time. I mean, this guy still hasn't lost a fight. If you look at his record, there's a 1 there, but that was because of a ref that shouldn't even have been reffing, a guy who completely screwed up Jon Jones' record. So this is Jon Jones' chance to come back and stay undefeated.
When you say you haven't talked to him in a year, why is that?
Because I wasn't happy with him and what happened with him falling out of 200. I feel like we've been there for the guy every time, he's had a problem. And for him to do that at 200, I was not happy. But we don't have to talk for him to come back and do what he's going to try to do on Saturday night. We don't have to talk. I'm not mad at him anymore like I was before, and we'll see how this thing plays out. If he doesn't show up for this one, I mean, that's going to be a whole nother ball game. But I'm cool with Jon Jones right now.
I can't imagine them doing anything that would put the fight in jeopardy at this point. But when you got them on the same stage at a press conference this week, are there going to be extra precautions taken?
What's crazy is I don't know if I've ever been busier than I am now, which is ridiculous. I can't even believe I'm saying that. Who thought I could be busier than I was before? I wasn't going to go to the press conference on Wednesday. The only reason I'm going to the press conference on Wednesday is I want to be there in case if stuff goes down, to make sure that it doesn't.
On sale this week.
Today,
and it's an interesting arrangement. You have to purchase your own tickets, correct?
Right. So there's a lot of shady things that can go on with tickets, and it's funny. As if the tickets aren't expensive enough, it's like what happened with the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight. It was a complete disaster, and you don't only hurt yourself and hurt the fight, you hurt the city of Las Vegas. City of Las Vegas was hurt by that fight. I live here. I deal with all the people. The same people that were selling these tickets are the people who sell my tickets, right? I couldn't get the tickets until the day before the fight, right? Most of the tickets, they weren't selling and all this stuff. So room rates started to tank in Vegas. People started canceling the trip. They weren't going to come because they couldn't get their tickets, and it was a complete disaster. You're making enough money, okay? The fight's going to make enough money. You don't have to go around and sell the tickets to brokers and try to, to make even more money. Everybody's making enough money. Stop. Now you're hurting the fans. You're hurting the city of Vegas. You know, you're hurting the event in the long run, in my opinion. So I wanted everybody to buy their own tickets. I'm buying my own tickets. UFC's buying their own tickets. Floyd is buying. Conor's buying. Al Heyman's buying. Everybody's paying for their own tickets to keep that from happening. And listen, if you want to go out and you think you can make more money, then you buy your tickets and give it a shot.
Did Floyd do anything during the entire time that surprised you, or was it pretty much Floyd as you expected him to be?
No, you know what? I'll tell you what Floyd was an absolute professional about, right? Is in a fight, when you get hurt, you know, to the body, or somebody hits you with a shot that hurts you, you try to play it off like it didn't, you know? The things that Conor was saying, nobody's ever said that stuff to Floyd Mayweather in public, ever. And Floyd sat there and took him on the chin and acted like it didn't bother him. He would drink his coffee, or he'd mess around on his phone and talk to his daughter, who was coming and helping him with whatever was going on the phone. He tried to play it off like that stuff didn't bother him. Floyd's a human being. It bothered him. But he played it off very well. Even the last day, which I apologized for, you know, when Conor grabbed him on the top of his head and like kind of slapped him on his head. Floyd took it and acted like Conor never touched him. You know, it was interesting.
That was interesting. What do you make of that? Because he didn't seem bothered by it.
Right. He's trying to shrug it off, like, say what you want, do what you want. You're not bothering me. You're not getting under my skin. You know, it's being a true professional in the mental warfare game. Everything that you've said to me isn't bothering me, and you just touched me in front of millions of people. That didn't bother me either. But you know it did. Absolutely bothered him.
Not much Ronda Rousey news anymore.
Right.
Is there any news on Ronda Rousey?
I think that people realize that she's probably going to retire, and you know, Ronda Rousey did incredible things for this sport and for this company, and obviously for women's fighting. So yeah, she hasn't said anything to me about retirement. Still, she's still in the USADA program, but I think she's going to retire.
Is that a bit of a sad story almost? Because she did do great things.
What's sad about the Ronda Rousey story?
Because
a woman in sports, let alone fighting, came in and made way more money than all the men. Blew the thing up, created an actual division for women. Joanna Jędrzejczyk now, you know, makes a ton of money. Amanda, you know, makes a ton of money. Now we're literally 5 blocks down the street doing the 125-pound division for the Ultimate Fighter for women. Ronda Rousey is anything but a sad story. She made a ton of money. A woman who had basically told everybody, you know, I made no money in the Olympics. I actually feel like I was living in my car, this, that, and all this other stuff. Now she made enough money so she never has to work a day again in her life. That's anything but sad.